Perfect. Well, welcome to the Bautex booth. Jennifer, thank you for including us on this materials tour. We're excited. It's a fun thing to bring everybody to the booth at one time. Real quickly, my name is Leonard. I'm with Bautex Systems. We're a manufacturer of this insulated concrete block you see here out of San Marcos, Texas. We have a highly automated factory system there where we produce this block for projects all over the state. So part of this tour, Jennifer asked us to talk about our composite nature, and so that's what we really want to focus on, right? Is the Bautex composite nature of our product and other products and the assembly as a whole. So first and foremost, the block. Everybody's familiar with foam insulation. Everybody's familiar with concrete, masonry systems. What we've done is we've taken those two types of building materials and we've melded them together to create a single block that is a composite nature. And so the block itself has foam plastic in it. It's mixed with a cementatious mix in our facility and packaged and ready for job sites all over the state. The block is the insulation for the wall, but it creates the structure for a load-bearing wall assembly. So you're getting your insulation and you're getting your structural element, all the while getting a 4-hour fire-rated assembly at the same time, which is shocking. But when we're talking about composites, we're taking foam, we're wrapping it with cement paste so that it doesn't burn. And so it's an amazing technology there. On the other side, we have this air and moisture barrier. Everybody's familiar with the 2015 I codes coming out. They're requiring air barriers on buildings. This is the air barrier that works with our system really, really well. We like it. It's also a composite material. It's a waterborne, rubberized polymer system. It goes on very, very quickly. It's efficient. It's taken the technology of old asphaltic kind of mop-on systems. We've taken sheet membranes for years and years, and we've kind of intermixed those, right? And so this is a spray-applied system. It goes on very, very quickly, and it's very, very effective at keeping out air and water vapor. And so those two composites all come together to create the composite assembly we call the Bautex wall system. And so it's the block and the air and moisture barrier. That combination gives you your structure, it gives you your envelope, it gives you your air and moisture barrier, it gives you your insulation, and it gives you your fire and storm protection in a very simple, easy to build, simple system. It's less complex. Hold on one second. It's less complex to build with. It's one single unit built by one single trade to get all of that. And so what we've done is we just kind of compressed all of those elements into one element to build with. And that's where we see kind of these composite nature, right? So we're speeding things up, we're making them more efficient, we're making them more economical with the use of bringing these materials together. But I will answer some questions. Yeah. So the blocks are put together with a foam adhesive glue, and it literally grows into the block and is a strong bond. At the end of the day, that's there for construction loads. It's there to get the block up, and then once it's poured full of concrete, the concrete locks everything together. Correct.
And is that concrete, that's what goes horizontally and vertically?
Horizontally and vertically,
and
every 16 inches.
Lift, like can it get poured as a total?
Yeah, so the construction sequencing, let's talk to that real quick, is the blocks are laid on the foundation and then they're stacked up to floor height or roof height, depending on the size of the building. We see anywhere from 14 to 18 feet usually in floor to roof height, stacked up fully, and then they're poured at that one time at once. And so they go up 4 to 6 foot in a lift around the building of concrete, and then come back around and pour another 4 to 6 foot lift, vibrating those lifts in between to make sure that they're getting consolidation, and then eventually get up and top out the wall.
So the horizontal piece is poured from the top. And
yeah, so everything's poured from the top. You have vertical cells of concrete every 16 inches throughout the wall, and so you're pouring every 16 inches with a pretty high flow concrete, structural concrete. 8-inch slump is typically what we see.
Is that a So it's air moisture vapor carrier as
Yeah,
well? Or?
this is an air and moisture barrier. So, correct. Yes, sir.
How do you hold reinforcement in place, the horizontal reinforcement while you're pouring?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but you can actually see it on this wall. There's chairs. So your plastic chair sits down in the core and holds that together. And the vertical bar is tied and central to the core.
All right, I think that's about, if you have any more questions, please come back after the tour. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for coming. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.